About what? Are you North Korean?
I am. Yeah. Hey.
Okay.
Thanks. Yeah. Here. You can ask me any questions.
Did you find a wife
I did. Yes.
here or in North Korea?
Here in America. Yes.
And how does she treat you?
She treats me very well. Yeah.
That's excellent. And how long have you been in America?
I've been in America for 13 years now.
And what did you think about your life in North Korea?
Great question. So I did not know, absolutely, I did not know what life was like in America. Yeah, so I tell people that it feels to me getting into time machine and fast forwarding 70 years into the future, if you can imagine. Like when I was in North Korea, we had no cell phones, right? I didn't know what a cell phone was. Well, I knew what a cell phone was, but I never seen one. I knew of computer, but I've never had one. There is no internet. I don't know how to use computer or technology in general.
Do you know, has it changed since then? Or is it the same kind of situation?
Good question. A lot of lives are different for different people, right? So I would say that
The protesters for the ICE.
Oh, I see.
Do you think they've improved in North Korea?
I don't think so.
No.
Yeah, it might have been improved for the elites.
Can I ask you this?
Yes.
As a North Korean, aren't you proud of your people being the strong people, standing, right or wrong, standing up for themselves and their sovereignty and against all,
odds.
including superpowers like America, like our country? Even though I don't agree, perhaps with the politics of North Korea, to see such a strong and powerful people so determined to preserve their idea of what they believe their people should follow instead of joining
the rest of the union.
a greater society. Perhaps they had figured something out that as a young man have known. And I'm not saying for or against North Korea, but I'm just saying this is a group of people who are very self-reliant and rely on only themselves. And we may not agree with them, but to keep their country together, with so many powerful countries against them.
Okay.
There must be something special to North Koreans.
That's true. That is very true. And you have a great point. But let me ask you this. What do you think is holding up North Korea? What do you think
today?
Yeah, today.
Holding up from as far as
like, okay, so you mentioned that like kind of like a joining the rest of the countries, or like a great countries, right?
Well, what I was saying was the greater countries that are more powerful around that surround North Korea, whether they are for or against North Korea. North Korea has
their own way of
has been able to preserve themselves.
Do you know why?
Conflicts.
Okay, do you know why?
Well, I don't, because it's not my land. And
That's true.
Not my people.
That's
so
true.
I can only see from a far lens.
Yeah.
It's not clear. That's what I'm asking you.
Yes, sir.
You said ask North Korea.
There you go.
I appreciate you allowing me, for us to have this interaction.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you got a great point, right? Because like, it's the people that matters, right? It's not the I have one too. Okay. So it's the people that matters. It's not the politics that matter. So here is what's happening in North Korea. There are 26 million North Korean people, right? And let's say probably 1%, probably 300,000 or, like 300,000, 400,000, those are elites. Because North Korea is like a caste system, right? There's lower class, there's middle class, and there's upper class. So when that happened was during Kim Il-sung, so the first dictator of North Korea. When he took over, he kind of divided the social classes, right? So people who used to work with the Japanese, right, and landowners and business owners, they were treated as the worst people, because they worked with Japanese, right? Because they're against the Japanese colonial, Japanese colonial, right? Because you're working with Japanese.
I'm familiar with that.
Yeah. Concept.
Political conflict from the region.
Yeah. So the reason is because, that's kind of like the history of Korea, and the reason why North Korea is still standing is because of the internalized propaganda, right? When I was a child in North Korea, again, I escaped North Korea twice. First time in 2008 and second time 2011.
Wow.
And then when I first got captured, when I first got captured and sent back to North
Captured.
Korea.
Wow.
Yeah, and I was sent to prison camp, and it's like a prison camp, but
No kidding.
yeah.
And let me ask you this. As an American looking around halfway around the world at Korea,
Yep.
I look at it as one country.
Okay.
So I know there's
Yeah,
a divide
political
and there's a political cross
division, yeah.
but
Thank you.
From what I know,
Yeah,
the Korean people, the South Korean people, which are here in numbers, right, and
Yeah.
citizens as well.
Yeah.
Some, many Korean citizens, American citizens, wonderful people.
Yeah.
Beautiful country.
Yeah.
Beautiful people.
Yeah.
Beautiful etiquette. I mean, just a society that is a high society as well.
South Korea is though, not North Korea.
What I mean though is, it's the same people
Right.
with a line drawn, an invisible line drawn across it.
Okay.
And are you hopeful that that line will be erased?
Absolutely.
And that the two halves will be one family again?
Yes,
and
absolutely.
Put the politics aside.
Of course,
and,
yeah.
And then compartmentalize perhaps the more gnarly divisions within the
Yeah.
within the Korean groups, because the beautiful people, neither one has attacked anybody. Maybe have yeah. Well, I look at it like that because America's always like, we have to defend ourselves from who? Nobody's attacked us.
Okay.
Nobody attacked us. Well, we have smaller regional conflicts, but there's no
Yeah.
superpower saying, hey, we need to attack. It's not China saying that. They don't want to do that.
Right.
Japan doesn't want to. No, there's
Nobody.
Nobody. And when it comes to the North Koreans, we have a political chokehold. On a group of people that I don't think needs to be chokehold. And I think they wedged themselves into a corner by saying, we're going to stand on our decision we're going to be a nuclear power. But I think that's a moot point, because if they were to leave that argument, I don't think they'd have any issues with any country. I think they'd be welcomed completely from South Korea to the rest of the country, with no problems. And that's really what my interest is to see North Korean equalized and not demonized.
Right.
Equalized and not demonized. And they have a royal heritage, which I think England has that, and I think that's really cool. And when it comes,
No.
well, I don't know.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. When people think about North Korea, they usually think of nuclear warheads, authoritarianism, and a heartless dictator. I'm making contents because I want everybody to think of North Korean people. They are ordinary people who don't know how much better life could be. If you want to help me be a voice for voiceless North Koreans, I would love for you to support me on Patreon, where you can get early access to full-length videos, all sorts of fun pictures, outtakes, and other exclusive videos. Thank you, and I hope to see you there.
And they have a royal heritage, which I think England has that, and I think that's really cool. And when it comes,
No.
well, I don't know.
Absolutely not. Absolutely
I
not.
don't know the details. It's not my country or
Right.
people, so I don't know the details
Right.
of dictatorship or
Right.
a kingship But what I do see is that it's a strong group of people, a strong
Okay.
country, and I'd like to see them get stronger and be a full country as one country. So thank
Yeah.
you for letting me.
Yeah,
ask
of
questions,
course.
and
Yeah.
Thank you for
Hey,
answering the
I'm
questions.
Charles. What's your name?
My name
Nice to meet
is pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
sir. And thank you for answering my question.
you. I'm not sure if I did, but yeah, it's
You did.
okay.
And
Great.
I didn't want. Hopefully, I didn't say anything offensive.
No, you did not. Yeah, I mean, it's really important for us to kind of exactly. Yeah. So
Thoughts out in the air.
right. I mean, I really appreciate it when you said it's the people, right? It's not the regime, but we really have to differentiate.
And if we can do that, even here in America,
Right.
we can differentiate between the ruling political parties, which do not represent the people, and it's the same thing happening here, and realize that the people aren't
Well-
evil. Why are we demonizing the people?
Well, I guess we kind of have to look at it this way. Things that are happening in North Korea does not happen in America, because North Korea does not have freedom of religion, freedom of speech.
However,
Yeah.
that is their system. Those are their rules.
Yep. Okay, so North Korea violates human rights, right? Internationally. That's the main reason why different country comes together and say, North Korea, you cannot do that, right? Because you're treating your people, and as a North Korean defector, I'm testifying to that. Yes, North Korean regime and people are different. The one thing that I kind of misconcept, like I guess I don't like, is how people are generalizing North Korea, right? Says, oh, all North Koreans are brainwashed. All North Koreans want to go to war. No, that's not it. What I'm saying is
higher-ups.
it's higher up. So it's again, like I mentioned, 26 million people.
Yeah, we agree.
Right.
And the solution, we don't have a solution, but I would recommend for all people in this scenario, which many of us are, our people, their people, both. Perhaps we can compartmentalize the difference between the actual people and the politics, and just give credit for the political direction they went with that political group. And
I see.
Only that group. That's what that group champions. That's what they parade. But that does not reflect the will of the people.
Right.
But they have the right, because they have the guns and they have the power to say, this is how I want it. But at the same time, the future has to have an answer. We need to know, how do we get to the future that doesn't resemble the past or the present, which we're at now? What is the connection between today and where we want to work, the North Korean people want to be, not where we want them to be. But
I see.
You know what I mean?
I see.
If we look at the human rights of your human rights, and I think that's the argument for all countries. If an American's in somewhere else, do we have the rights to have our human rights in a different country?
No, we don't. Yeah.
And so that's where we're at. I think what we have to do is, as a younger generations come up, I think we have to agree that the most important thing for all countries is human rights.
Well, I think it's not America that is saying the standard of human rights, but it's the United Nations that sets, right? It's a United Nations. Different country comes together.
The United Nations, I don't agree with that. Because the United Nations are a bunch of defeated countries. And now defeated countries are going to be telling a champion country what to do. It doesn't work like that. You lost several times. You have losing ways, you've lost financially, and now you're going to dictate to the world how to do the same thing you did, which is destroy your union? It's not going to happen. And that's why we resist it, and some Americans resist that, because why should we allow a losing system to become the leader of a winning system?
I mean,
so that's the argument from the American perspective, how I see it,
your perspective,
my interpretation.
I see.
Just my interpretation.
Okay.
And along with everything I've said to you.
Okay.
And again, I really do appreciate the openness that we're
absolutely
speaking about.
Yeah.
I think we both have the same idea of we'd like it to be okay.
Yeah.
The North Korean people.
Yeah.
I hope,
I hope so too.
And to stop demonizing them. And if we stop playing the political games with the mouthpieces from our country and their people, we just ignore that and say, hey, look at what North Korean did. Did they steal your hubcaps? No, did North Korean didn't do that? Did they take? They didn't take your clothes? They didn't steal it? What's the problem? It's political, so that's that group. What's the problem with these citizens?
I see. Right.
I think we can focus on the human rights.
Right.
And still leave the political power in place so it's not threatened, so they don't cause a catastrophe, which is what usually happens.
It's like East and West Germany, right? In a way. And also like...
And from the same era, divided by the same people.
Right.
Let's get those people in their graves and get that line erased. We no longer need to divide a generation that hasn't tasted that war and doesn't have that bitterness. You're not pissed at the South Koreans and they're not pissed at you. What's the problem? Grandpa's still pissed off.
Yeah. That was such an interesting conversation.
Yes, sir.
I appreciate your
And your name
perspective.
again?
Charles. Yes, sir.
It was great talking with Charles, and I really do appreciate.
Yeah.
I really do appreciate you, Charles.
Yeah, I appreciate your perspective.
This is just another example how great North Koreans can be.
Yeah, exactly. Hey, thanks, brother.
So there's that.
All right, have a good one.